Good evening. We present the news summary. The chief of an IMF delegation, Calix Hauka-Posi, says that in the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic, there is a need to make Seychelles' economy even more resilient. Mr. Hauka-Posi is on a one-week working mission in the country, and today he met with President Wavel Ramkalawan at State House. The Minister for Finance, National Planning and Trade, Nadia Hassan, and the Governor of the Central Bank, Carolina Bell, were present during the discussions. Amongst the issues discussed with the President were the key priorities to strengthen the Seychelles economy.
It's about rebuilding the buffers, right? Because during COVID, your buffers were eroded. So now it's a matter of rebuilding those macro buffers and to be ready for investing for longer term, and also strengthening the economy, making it more resilient in case there is another shock.
The President attended the UN General Assembly, and one thing he spoke about was about the need to strengthen that vulnerability index for small island developing states. From your perspective, where is it going? Because it's been a discussion in the making for a very long time. Is there something tangible that IMF could support states like the Seychelles in developing that index?
All I can say is work is in progress, and it had to put a deadline or a timeline on it because there is a lot of consultation among the different partners, dozens or if not over 100 different partners. So to arrive at a consensus, it takes time, but we think that the discussion will go in the right direction.
An IMF report says the Central Bank of Seychelles has set a high benchmark for transparency given the economic, financial development and literacy circumstances of Seychelles. It says the benchmark is recognized by the stakeholders, thus maintaining a high level of trust and accountability. This rating by IMF is found in the publication of its findings of an evaluation of the transparency practices of the Central Bank of Seychelles. The review was conducted at the request of the Central Bank following its adoption of the IMF Central Bank Transparency Code in August 2020. The Egyptian ambassador to Seychelles, Khaled El Abiad, paid a courtesy visit to President Ramkalawan at State House this morning. Ambassador El Abiad has held the post for 4 years. The ambassador and President Ramkalawan discussed ways to strengthen relations between the two countries, especially in the tourism industry. They also addressed the issue of the 3 Seychellois prisoners held by the Egyptian authorities. Ambassador El Abiad reassured the president that the prisoners are in good health.
As you know, the 3 Seychellois prisoners, their sentence was commuted by the president, His Excellency the President Fattah el-Sisi, upon the request of the government of Seychelles, and they are sentenced to life imprisonment, and then they were moved from a prison to a prison which is near Cairo, and a more comfortable prison, so that it will allow the ambassador in Addis Ababa to visit them whenever he wants, and for their families as well to visit them whenever they want. We'll see if maybe in the future, at one time, after their sentence is over, they will return to Seychelles.
The Ministry of Agriculture, Climate Change and Environment says it's working with the International Finance Corporation to look at ways to generate energy from waste. 2 consultants from the IFC, which is a sister organization of the World Bank, are working on a blueprint. This is expected to last at least 8 months. Minister Flavien Joubert said once the blueprint is completed, the government will invite private businesses to submit their plans to develop the sector. Minister Joubert added that the plan is to drastically reduce the amount of waste on the landfill. Representatives from the High Commission of India made a donation of books to the Besentan and Grand-Anse primary schools. The donation was made at the Grand-Anse Primary School in the presence of students and teachers. A total of 193 books were given to both schools. The second secretary at the High Commission, Indian High Commission, Gautam Kumar Biswas, says that they want the students to develop the habit of reading.
We have come here on behalf of Government of India and on behalf of the High Commission of India in Seychelles to hand over officially donation of books for these kids. A lot of pictures are there inside the books, including the narration about the pictures and what is all about. Everything is there, and the kids will get very much interested when they go through. It will motivate them to read more and more. They will be able to develop reading habit.
The Raffles Hotel with Trust have organized a tree planting activity with a group of visitors. The activity, named Holiday with a Difference, is to increase visitors' awareness on the negative impact they could have on the environment. They planted three types of plants on a privately owned plot of land next to the Raffles Hotel.
It's amazing.
Yeah, fantastic. Just really fantastic just to be able to give something back to the fantastic island. I mean, it's so beautiful here. It'd be very sad to see any of it go. So anything we could do to help is very important.
One of the reasons we came to Seychelles is because of how the government and the people here are proud and, are looking after the nature. And it was one of the main reasons really why we came. So being part of this initiative is just a cherry on the cake really, because it's been amazing. And we've learned a lot actually, because for us coming from UK, we thought the island's quite green, obviously in our ignorance. We didn't obviously notice the erosion and the fires, we had no idea. So we've learned a lot as well today, and I think it's a big learning to take. It's been amazing.
Oh, it's been unbelievable to be able to partake in such a thing.
Yeah, it's been really good. I mean, obviously the carbon offsetting initiative is really cool. It's something that we're quite excited to get involved in, especially as we travelled here from the UK. So
I think it should be something that every tourist who comes here gets to experience something like this anyway, and see, maybe come back in years to come and see how the tree's doing. Yeah.
The number of new COVID-19 infection has been increasing steadily for the 3 weeks consecutively, and the 7-day rolling average is now 60 cases, up by 100 compared to 2 weeks ago. The Ministry of Health says the total number of active cases is now 526. Presently, there are no patients admitted at the dedicated treatment facilities. The public is advised to continue to take personal responsibility to reduce the spread of the infection. And this was the news summary. Thank you for your attention.